the shots on top.
Now that we're past that, you're into the real
Distractions are gone.
Right, you're into the meat of the where you can see now the rest of the runway for this regular season. How do you kind of refocus into now? You've had that experience. Now it's about getting the work done. I would imagine.
Yeah, it's about paying attention to details. Again, we're not in school, so it gives you an opportunity to refocus. I mean, the experience I think everybody had from what I heard, and the people I knew that were down there had a great time, and as we mentioned before, it was a once in a lifetime opportunity, and everybody enjoyed it. And but now you move on. So 12 games left, and we put ourselves at this point in a good position, and now can we be consistent and maintain what we've built up to this point the rest of the way, and knowing that the second half of the year becomes more challenging for everybody.
How did Ava kind of respond to after the? I guess how is she after not really knowing how she was going to be after Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, she didn't practice yesterday, but again, she's put in a lot of minutes. I mean, she was one of the players that traveled over to Finland, and she gave us a chance to win. I mean, even in the shootout, she did a great job, and eventually someone was going to score, but I didn't know where she was going to be from the point when she went down to where she ended up finishing. But she played strong, and all you're asking your goalie to do is give you a chance to win. She gave us that opportunity, and not having to play on Friday probably is a benefit to her, because she can take a day off and get her body physically and mentally ready to play.
You always talk about taking what you learned about your team and applying it to the next series after a series. What did you maybe learn about your team through this past series with Ohio State, and what are you hoping that they do coming up?
Well, I think the game down at Wrigley is probably something a little bit different than what we normally play in. So what we take away there, the sight lines and the video get are a little bit different. But both teams showed resilience, as far as getting down and then coming back. And we showed a lot of resilience in the third period. Uncharacteristically, we took 3 straight penalties. And then, you're putting a toll on kids that, their minutes all of a sudden go up. And so when we come out of that, we did a great job of killing those off, because I think they had 9 or 10 shots within those 3 power plays. And Ava did a good job of giving us, a chance at the end. And then do we have enough juice and enough energy to create an opportunity, knowing the ice is a little bit more chewed up than normal, and, can we create an opportunity? And we did, and we gave ourselves a chance, and that's all you can ask for. So it's a learning opportunity in that regard, but more so it's a memory that they'll take away the rest of their lives. And as I said before, all the feedback I got, everybody enjoyed themselves, even the fans, though. In our men's game, probably the second half of the game, it got really cold. They were trying to figure out if they were going to stay or not, depending on what was going on within the game. But you shout out to the people with the Chicago Cubs that really put a first-class environment for our players and the other players from the other team. And you look at the Big Ten, you look at Adam Augustine, the people that had a real hand in putting this together. And it's tough. I mean, we got there and you got there, and then you saw everything all set up. But there's a lot of things that go into it that transpired a long time ago, and then they put everything together and made it really a unique experience. And I mean, when we walked in at about 2 o'clock and the sun was out, it was a gorgeous afternoon. I mean, it wasn't that cold at that time, and 25 degrees isn't that cold, right? But it wasn't, it was just good. Our players came out, in their normal attire, and they're warming up their soccer balls, and I'm walking around the rink and just, visualizing the last time I was in there was a baseball game was going on, and now we got this rink set up and all the different things that were on the field that made it special. So a big thank you from, everybody within our organization to the people that had a hand in putting this on.
What would you like to see your team focus on getting to a higher level in the next few weeks now? You're back home for a week, then you go back on the road. How would you like to see them progress out of that?
Yeah. I mean, as I said earlier, don't get distracted by anything. Don't look at anything other than what's ahead. I mean, don't look in the rearview mirror, because if you look in the rearview mirror, eventually you're going to run into something. Keep looking ahead and take one. I mean, it's a simple cliche, take one at a time, but prior to our series against Ohio State, I mean, we only had 4 or 5 practices, but I liked the way we practiced. And that's where it starts. You know, can we come out every day and practice at a high level, knowing that if we do that, we're going to get better. And so the onus is on us and what we're able to do. When we play at a high level, we're a pretty good hockey team. Then, you know, that's the goal ahead of us. And so if you're paying attention to details, you're prepping and staying focused, you know, then you're probably going to come out and play pretty well. If you get distracted or start thinking about things outside of this little envelope we're in, then you run into a little bit of trouble, and all of a sudden you put yourself on your heels. So you know, we got good leadership. Like I said before, we're in good position. Now it's up to us to maintain that. And the way I look at it is it's all about your work habits. And are they consistent? We talked about that the first half with our team. Can we be a consistent team from game to game, weekend to weekend, month to month? And we were able to do that. And now we start the second half of our journey. And you know, we ended up coming away with 4 out of 6 points against the number 2 team in the country. And our confidence should be at a pretty good level.
Ohio State's always one of those measuring stick programs, see how you stack up, knowing their caliber, Wisconsin's caliber. And this is your second shot at them this year. Earlier this season, you guys split it. This time around, a little bit better than a split. What did you think of your team's performance when you see from where they were earlier against Ohio State to where they were this past weekend?
It was good. I mean, Thursday night game was really good, and then you get into an environment, you know, the ice is a little bit different size-wise, which makes it a different game. The environment obviously is different. The ice itself is going to be different, and so a lot of things go into that game, and you know, the outcome's going to be the outcome. I mean, the game's going to end, and somebody's going to do something, or somebody's going to win, or somebody's going to lose. It was more, to me, about, you know, playing free and enjoying the experience, because it only comes once. You don't get another opportunity to do what we did Saturday afternoon. And so, yeah, disappointed we lost the shootout. It's always better to win that, even though it ends up in a tie in the national rankings. But overall, I mean, it's nothing but smiles and enjoyment. And, you know, anytime you play a game, you can learn some things. And so we'll take some things away from our game Saturday that as we move forward and we get in the latter part of our season, you know, we'll be able to, you know, look at and become better because of it.
Has it been that long since you played Mankato in that first game there? And it's kind of a reminder that the details matter, and you have to be, when you play them, it's about getting passes on the tape and things like that, and getting out of the zone. How good of a reminder is that that it hasn't been that long since?
Well, seeing it, yeah, it hasn't been that long. It should be fresh, and so don't cheat the game. You know, don't try to maybe take an offensive chance that you know, puts your line mates and your team at a risk that are unnecessary. So, you know, we came back in that series on Saturday and played really well and did a lot of those details. And you know, those are the things we'll work on in the next few days and get ourselves ready for Saturday afternoon. And it's our ability to go out and execute and, you know, play up to our capabilities and our level.
Anything else for Coach?
Everybody get back all right?